Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, welcome, welcome. If you're new, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me today. So, let's get into it. How do we get to know ourselves? What indicates the fact that we don't know ourselves well enough? So many things, right? So, we're just going to go into a few of them. Um, and elaborate on them in a later video. Let me know which one of these subjects or points I'm about to bring up that you would like to for me to elaborate on it more for you, okay? But just here's some things that you can keep in mind as you learn about yourself that will help you understand yourself and get to know yourself better, right? Because it's going to tell you, hey, you don't know yourself well enough. Here's where you should work on, right? Or here is what you're lacking of understanding yourself, where you lacking to understand yourself, right? So some ideas that lets us know that we don't know ourselves. Number one thing is confusion. Yeah, let me say that again. Confusion. Being confused about how you feel about a situation, being confused about what to do about a situation, or how to go about someone, or being confused on what steps to take on a journey that you want to pursue, are all part of not understanding yourself well enough, right? So, like, for example, being confused whether you should cut somebody out of your life, right? This person might be doing something wrong to you, you don't feel comfortable. Um, Something that they do or say always throws you off, doesn't settle well with you, right? But you are confused on whether you should keep this person around or cut them off, okay? That is lack of not understanding yourself. When you understand yourself so much so, especially when it comes to something like that, you would then understand your boundaries. What are your boundaries? What part of your boundaries is this person not respecting or overstepping? And are they doing this on purpose? Right? Knowing yourself well enough will also help you see other people's behavior. If it's repetitive, or if it's repetitive, you'll know because you keep allowing this person to keep doing this, and just you're kind of like allowing them, you're kind of like letting them slide or get away with it, right? That's part of your personality. This is probably why the person do it over and over, right? It'll help you understand. So in knowing your boundaries and understanding that this person might be overstepping your boundaries, knowing yourself, that part about you, will help you to be less confused in whether you should cut this person off or not, right? Like, they're overstepping my boundaries, no confusion there, they gotta go. Simple, right? Being confused on whether to take a job or follow a career path, whatever. Anything that you're confused about is part of knowing yourself well enough that you overcome the confusion and you just already understand, hey, what I need to do, I know. Do I want to do that? Yes or no, right? Because confused about whether I want to take the job or not, whether I want to follow this career path, is it important to me? Is it something that I truly want? Is it going to bring me any type of physical, mental, or spiritual joy, any type? Is it beneficial to me in any ways? Do I see it of having any type of value in my life or to me, right? All of those things, understanding all of those things will help you be less confused about that decision, okay? Feeling lonely is another one, okay? Feeling lonely is the lack of understanding and knowing yourself, right? Because You may feel lonely around many people, or you may feel lonely being alone, right? We all know, to most people, to most of us, it doesn't make sense for you to feel lonely if there's people around. But there are people who may feel lonely with people around. Why is that? Because loneliness has nothing to do with other people. It's all about you itself. Okay? Um, Knowing yourself enough, understanding how you process your thought train and your feelings, okay, will help you understand why you feel lonely or what loneliness is, to overcome that feeling, right? When you're around people, you may say like, hey, I'm around a lot of people, why do I feel lonely? Do I not feel like I'm fitting in with these people? Do I feel like they don't understand me and I don't understand them? Do I feel like their idea of fun does not match mine and I'm just kind of like forcing myself to go along with it, and that's why I feel lonely? Because you are neglecting yourself, a part of yourself. Okay? Loneliness is all about how much attention you're giving yourself, not other people in the world. It has nothing to do with that. Okay? It's crazy because this has been proven to us by society. Like I said, there are people with other people constantly and still feel lonely. There are famous people who get attention from around the world, millions of people, but somehow they still feel lonely, right? And we know that there are people who spend all of their time alone and feel lonely, right? And like we kind of be like, oh, well, yeah, you are alone, so you have the right to feel lonely. No, lonely has nothing to do with you being alone. It's you not understanding well enough your feelings, your thought process, and how to digest that, and how to respond to that, or accommodate your feelings, okay, or fulfill your thoughts. Listen to your own thoughts, understanding your thoughts, processing your emotions. All of this helps with loneliness, okay? Um, Feeling fear, being scared, okay? It's a part of it's a lack of understanding yourself, okay? Why do you have fears of the height? Why do you have fears of the water, right? You've may had an experience with them and that's why you're fearful of it. Simple, right? Easy to say. But you probably had experience with a lot of other things that should have made you say, I will never do it again, but yet you do it. Like driving. How many times we know driving is fearful, right? We know possibility there could be an accident or not. We know flying from one state to one state to one country to one country. It's a dangerous thing that we're doing, and possibility of horrible things happening. But it doesn't stop us from doing it. Right? So what is it? Well, that's something where you really have to go deep within yourself through your shadow work, right? Which I'm going to talk about in another video, to help you understand what is the core, the core problem that makes you fearful of this thing or of this person or of this situation, okay? Because it's not as simple as the idea that you have in your mind, such as, oh, well, I almost drowned, so I'm scared of it, or I almost, fell from a high building, or just the idea of falling from somewhere so high and breaking my bones is fearful, right? It's more than that, okay? So those are just some of the ideas on how that indicates that you may not know yourself, okay? And those are some of the ideas of how you can also work on and understanding that, hey, I may not know myself as well as I do, right? Let me study myself more, okay? I love talking to you, beautiful people. It's always great feeding your soul. And I love learning from you. So go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what you would like for me to elaborate on. And I would suggest that you watch my other videos because they all go like hand in hand. Everything I talk about, I may elaborate on it in another video, or I might touch base on it. So it's like my videos, I try to make it where it's like a chain you can link together to give you one, anything and everything that you want to know about the journey of self-development and self-growth, okay? And you have every day, beautiful people, just to do that. Your purpose every day, you are given a day after a day after a day to wake up and get to know yourself more so that you can be a full, complete person within yourself and for yourself, okay? I'm so glad you're on this journey with me. So go ahead and watch my other videos right now to make sure that you can grasp it all while the idea is still fresh and can go along with what I'm talking about now. You'll see if you watch my other videos, I kind of touch on what we talked about now, and you can kind of like put it together, right? While the idea is fresh. Okay, that's most important. Staying focused and staying on top. I love you, beautiful people. Thank you for being here with me. You have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.